So why
Yeah.
don't you start in the beginning and kinda tell your story and kinda how things started off for you?
Well, man, there's so much to break down there. I think every person has had their trials in life. One thing that I mentioned, I actually have a book that just came out this last year called Hurt But Not Broken. It's on Amazon right now for $5. You can buy it. We've
So
seen guys do
everything you cite, your stuff and all your websites and everything that you sent me will all be cited below so everybody can find your stuff and be able to purchase it.
Hey, perfect. And just so they know, part of the agreement for me writing this book, which is different from, I have a new one coming out next year called 10 Feet of Faith. But this book, primarily Hurt But Not Broken, we wanted to take every dollar from that and give to juvenile students who maybe,
Wow.
can't afford that or wouldn't buy a book, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that they could have that. So just so everyone knows, every dollar that's given for that book goes directly to helping young people. Kind of start with my story. I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. No one has ever heard of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, probably that's watching this
I
podcast.
have. My
Okay.
mom was born and raised in Arkansas. I was actually born in Arkansas.
Were you really?
Yeah,
So
in Camden, and my parents, my dad lives in Maumelle, my mom lives in Conway right
okay.
now.
So Camden, I played their football team, Camden Fairview. I actually had one of my best games. But yeah, anyways, small world, man.
Yeah,
So, I'm originally from that area. It's a really crime-stricken area. It's
yeah,
sad. There's some parts that look almost like a third world country you wouldn't expect to be in America.
yeah.
Um, just some neighborhoods that are just super beat down, and that's where I grew up. I didn't have a mom and dad. My mom left me at birth. She was
Oh,
only
wow.
16. I was kind of an accident, there was a
Yeah.
hookup in a minivan, and she was pregnant. Crazy story about that is she was in Detroit, Michigan, living in an attic of some stranger's home, doing drugs, man. And she found out she was pregnant and she was scared. So she called my great grandmother, and my great grandmother bought her a bus ticket to come back to Arkansas. And my great grandmother saved my life. And so my great grandmother ended up raising me.
Mhm.
She ended up adopting me later on in life. And my great grandmother was a godsend, but unfortunately, my great grandmother was a really bad hoarder too. We
Yeah.
lived in this trailer park in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and dogs ran inside and out, cats inside and out. My great grandmother, she would go to yard sales, and I knew the rule. It was when we get out of the car, you don't touch anything, say anything. We would make the loop around like we were going to buy something, and then on a little piece of paper, she always had written out her phone number and name, and she would say, "Look, we don't have any, or we don't need anything that you have, but if you want to get rid of anything, just give me a call." And I kid you
Mm.
not, they would call her and we would go over there and get all the stuff from what they didn't sell, and she would stack it in our trailer somewhere. So it was just a mess. And with
She would
that
just
came
keep it? Like that she was just keeping it?
just keep it, just hoarding it, dude.
No reason, just
No reason. And so
wow.
living in this little single wide trailer and trying to get to my bedroom was almost impossible. And then trying to cats and dogs running in and out, the smell was horrendous, man. I'm telling you, it was bad.